Are you in the club? Hey guys, welcome back for another episode on DCTC. This is Amy Jo and I'm going to be showing you Belle's Blooming Castle. This is part of the Disney Princess Play-Doh Mix and Match Princess series. This is everything that comes in Belle's Blooming Castle set. There's some instructions and all of the little pieces that go to build her little castle. And then there's Belle, of course. Belle always has the prettiest hair. But you know what, guys? I have lots of the other princesses. We have Princess Ariel, and Cinderella, and Aurora, and Snow White. Ta-da! Okay, so now back to Belle's Blooming Castle. So here are all of the little pieces. So let's see, this should be pretty easy to snap together. And of course, like all of the other Play-Doh playsets, there's lots of different molds. You can see those on the bottom. And then there are a bunch of molds here on this side of the castle. Oh, those are actually stairs. And this is one of those playsets where you're supposed to take the Play-Doh and fill it in. Those are fun to do, but they're really difficult. They're pretty challenging. So we'll do some of that. Let's see. This is another mold that comes with the playset. And I think this is to make Belle's skirt. So I'll tell you straight away that she is different. Let me show you the way the other princesses work. Of course, they all come apart so you can mix and match them. But see how Cinderella's skirt has all of these different pockets to put Play-Doh in to decorate? Belle's isn't like that at all. Hers just has like a textured pattern of roses. So this will be interesting to see how she is different from the other princesses. Ooh, let's give Cinderella her dress back. She looked really weird like that. Okay, there's also a little teacup that has a rose pattern on the bottom, so I think we'll be making roses with this. And then there is the balcony, and that has some different molds as well. So, are you guys ready to get started? Ready to bust into my beautiful glittery Play-Doh. All right, here we go. Okay, so the thing that I am most interested in is the rose. So I want to try that first. So I have my Play-Doh out. So we have some glittery pink and some glittery yellow. And I can tell that this is a brand new Play-Doh set because the Play-Doh is super fresh. So I'm just going to fill up the little teacup and press it here. And we'll see what happens. Oh, it is beautiful. Let me show you. It looks just like a rose. That's so pretty. We can keep that together. We can use that to decorate Belle's dress. There we go. Next, we can try some of the molds that are on the base of the castle. So I think this is a little flower. So I'll set that aside, and I think this is also a flower. It's called the Blooming Castle, so it makes sense that there's a lot of flowers. That one's really cute. I think the one in the back is a rose. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so those are all flowers down on the base. We can use those to decorate Belle's dress. And then in the balcony, it looks like there's a heart, a couple of different butterflies. So let's try the heart first. Cute. I'm just going to set all of these aside and we can use those when we start decorating. Also, we can use some Play-Doh to decorate the palace. You know, these are tricky though because you have to press the Play-Doh in and then pull it out and turn it around. Otherwise, the impression, see how that looks so cool with all of that texture? Well, none of that will show unless you take it and flip it around and put it back in. That can be a little tricky. Well, that one was easy, so we'll try a couple more and see how it goes. It's easy to press the Play-Doh in. The problem is when you take it out, that's not even actually the hard part either. So you can press it and it almost cuts itself. The edges pop right off. But when you flip it around and try to press it back in, that's when things get hard, because as you press it, it presses away the design. So it's like you can hardly touch it to get it back in. Okay, so I was looking at the molds on this side, and I think it's Mrs. Potts and Chip, and then a book and a candle. And these are some books, and then this is the clock. And I can't remember the clock's name, so I want to show it to you, and then I want you guys to leave me a comment and tell me, because you guys are so smart. I know that you're going to know this. Okay, so here is that mold. It's really itty bitty. I know it's hard for you to see. Okay, whoops. Okay, so that's what that mold is. And then there's a stack of books. I'll show you that. And here are the books. Let's do Mrs. Potts and Chip. They are right here. There we go. Okay, so there's Mrs. Potts. And here's Chip. Chip is itty bitty. See? Teeny tiny. You can hardly see it. All right, so I'm thinking we should move on to Belle's dress. Okay, so let's do that. So I am a little bit confused about how to do this, so I'm just gonna mess around with it and see what happens. So I'm gonna take the pink glittery Play-Doh and press that down into the larger of the two skirts. I guess we just take the knife and cut the excess Play-Doh off until it's kind of smooth. Press that in. This is so different from the other ones, but that's kind of nice, I guess. A little variety. And then maybe pop it through. Yep. Okay, so actually, now when this happens and it's kind of dented or lower, that means you need more Play-Doh. So I'm gonna press that back in. It's kind of tricky because when I press it, it comes out the center. So I have to press it in, but make sure that I don't lose any Play-Doh through that hole. But you want it to be really packed in there firm so that you can get all of the detail, the impressions from the Play-Doh mold in your Play-Doh. Okay, so hopefully this is a little better. Let's see. Much better. So now, I don't know if you can see, but it has lots of details on it. It's very sparkly. Okay, so now I'll take the yellow Play-Doh and put that in the smaller mold. That one needs to go back into. Okay, now let me just trim off the edge at the bottom. And then we can put this dress together. So I think the way it works is that you stack it like this and then decorate it. You know what? I wish I would have done these in reverse. I wish I would have done the pink smaller so it would go yellow, pink, yellow. I'm gonna do that all over again. There! That looks pretty good. That takes up a lot of Play-Doh though, and then we still haven't decorated it, but I did save these roses that we made, so we could put some roses on the skirt. Those are huge. Those are really big roses. There. Maybe I'll move that one over there a little bit. And we could also take some of the little tiny molds that we made, oops, and press those on the skirt. That looks like a really heavy dress for Belle. I can't walk, it's too heavy. I can't move, it's too heavy. Okay, let's try something else. This is another option that you could do for her skirt. She's very tall that way. And we could take some of the pink Play-Doh that's not glittery and roll that into a little tube to make like a ribbon to go around it. So here is the little ribbon that I made, and then there is a mold for a bow in the balcony. So I'll make a couple of those. There's one. And there's another one. And we can also make a tiara. I don't think I showed you that. That is on the top. And that is right here. There. Okay, so that's the other option. But I want to try something else. I want to flatten out some of my pink glittery Play-Doh and then roll Belle's skirt in it, because I'm thinking that if we made that pattern, that we could wrap that around the skirt too. I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with ideas because there's really not much that you can do with her skirt. So it worked a little bit, I don't know, can you see that? Okay, so that's another option. And then you could decorate that as well. So that looks pretty. Okay, so here I did a little mixing and matching. So I put Snow White on Belle's skirt, and I put Belle's skirt on Snow White's dress. And her tiara fell off. There we go. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Let's see, who else could we do? What about Ariel? We could twist them around, and then we could decorate Ariel's skirt. Let's try that. Okay, so here we have Belle in Ariel's skirt. I actually really like that, the green and the yellow together. There. Whoever's wearing Belle's skirt is the shortest. Okay guys, that's all we have for today. Make sure that you leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite dress was. Did you like Belle and Ariel's dress or Snow White's dress? Did you like the first dress that we made out of Play-Doh or the second? You have to leave me a comment and let me know, okay? I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that if you did, you will click on the like button. And to see more of our videos, check out our channel. And if you like what you see, we hope that you will subscribe. This is Amy Jo with DCTC. Thanks for watching.